VFlowTech, which is a provider of sustainable long-duration energy storage solutions, has announced a $20.5 million capital raise to support its strategic expansion into India's clean energy sector. This funding is going to enable VFlowTech to scale its existing 100 megawatt-hours manufacturing plant in India to a gigafactory and supercharge the rollout of its flow batteries in India's rapidly growing renewable energy market. To help us understand this and how the funding is going to boost the company's growth prospects, joining me now is Dr. Avishek Kumar, the co-founder and CEO of VFlowTech, and also with me is my colleague Arundhati. Avishek, welcome to Startup Street. Let's start with the $20.5 million fundraise. How much is earmarked for India-specific expansion versus global R&D? And how long is this capital expected to last, given your burn rate?
Thank you for having us here. Since we are a technology company and we believe, we know that India is growing, renewable energy ambition is quite high. The market is here. We took a strategic decision to set up our India factory in 2023, and we have expanded it to about 100 megawatt hour capacity. So we will be using a part of the fund in improving the technology, which is involving vanadium, local production from petroleum cinder. We are working with some of the leading research institutes in India for that particular purpose. We'll be using our electrolyte manufacturing here in India and also scaling supply chain in India. To scale a manufacturing, you will need to scale supply chain. So we'll be using that. And part of the funding will be also used to develop our software, which is a grid management software, and any energy storage makes the use of renewable energy more efficient through this software. So we will be using that funding for that as well. And some production equipment, which will be automation of stack, which will scale up a faster growth for us.
Right, absolutely. Ms. Avishek, Arundhati here. You mentioned scaling from 100 megawatt to a gigafactory. What's the capex outlay for that? And, by when do you expect to hit full operational capacity?
So we have the pilot already running right now. The capex will be about $10 million. But the more important question is long duration is enabling a net zero solution. So we are looking to work with utilities in India, hard to abate sectors like steel industry. So we are developing a demand for long duration, and the demand comes up. Assembly unit just cost about $10 million to get to a gigafactory. What is more important is to create supply chain, which will be a vanadium, local production of vanadium membranes, and that would require slightly more capital.
Okay, so you're talking about local production of vanadium. What kind of capital will that require, and how will you, what are your plans on expanding on that front?
So vanadium is one of the key component of our battery, and it can be locally produced. We are working with some partners which has petroleum waste, has high quantity of vanadium in it, and that can be recycled and produced locally. So we have done a pilot production for it, where we have shown that we can achieve this. Now we are looking for a $5 to $7 million investment to have a pilot ready, and this will be well timed with our scale-up production.
Right, absolutely. And, what's the revenue contribution from India today? And how much do you expect India to account for by FY27?
So, our plan is to get to about 5 gigawatt hour in 2027. And India, we're looking to have at least 2 gigawatt hour. And 2 gigawatt hour by that time would be about $200 million. Currently, we just set up our line, which was operational in 2024, July, when we started our factory. Still that we have a revenue of about $1.5 million and expect it to grow to about 7 this financial year and to about 70 in next financial year.
All right. And, Avishek, are you also in talks with the government agencies or DISCOMs for pilot deployments or, subsidy-linked projects under schemes like, say, the National Energy Storage Mission?
So we are in touch with MNRE. So this is a technology which has not been predominantly used. We are one of the pioneers of the technology. The advantage of our technology is that it clubs well with renewable energy. So probably 5 to 8 hours of charging and 10 to 12 hours of discharging, which makes it easily. So the demand is coming up. We are definitely in touch with a few of the DISCOM for a pilot and scale up. Now you will see that last probably 12 to 14 months, the Indian utilities have probably launched a tender of about 17 to 18 gigawatt hour energy storage. These are 2 to 4 hours. There are few utilities companies that are looking to have an 8 to 10 hours where our technology suits well. So we are definitely talking for pilot with government agencies, utilities, and some large hard to abate industries.
Sure. And, just if you could sort of share details of the pipeline that you have, the 1 gigawatt you mentioned in potential deployments, how much of that is already under contract or in advanced stages of negotiations?
So we are in touch with few discoms. The tenders that you will see is normal energy storage tenders are in the range of 1.6 to 1.8 gigawatt hour. So in discussion in India, we have a pipeline in advanced stage of about 5 gigawatt hour, and globally it's about 12 gigawatt hour that is in discussion.
Right, absolutely. All right, Avishek, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street, and we wish you all the best on this journey going forward. And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.